Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises to our power, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakarash. Kal Halam, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakarash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all our brothers and Modia pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Praise God from Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson. Last main title this question Christians fail to answer, which I could make this like a series because I would put them. You see me? But this was one that was brought up, wherein Christians make the Bible look like, hey, like what going to say, like for example, Rastas always ask Christians as well if Adam and Eve was the literal first people, or only people get created, where did Abel or Cain, Cain really find wife. You see me? And buck shuffle around questions like that, because in true eternality, Adam and Eve wasn't the literal only two person. Is me, only two people that was created on the earth. None of that in the Bible at all. Alright? But that's what Christianity does. Them actually speak things that's actually not of the Bible. So Christianity is one thing and the Bible is something else. I just want to get this quick precept here. Well, let me get this first actually. Isaiah, I think it's 8 and 20, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Isaiah 8 verse 20 says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So if they don't speak according to this word, there's no light there. So everything of it basically mash up with the Bible. If it's not in the Bible, then have a good day. Matthew 15. I'm going to start about verse 6 or 7. Starting at 7. Matthew 15 verse 7 says, ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoureth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. So the whole idea of Christianity is just man's doctrine. Not really of the Bible. Impose with the Bible. So they believe in the Bible and believe in God. But when the Bible speaks, that are your interpretation. Oh, me have to ask pastor. One bag of shit. So yeah, just want to touch on now on this. Wherein Christians teach that we are free will. And the devil rebelled, and he basically do one bag of every long so. You see me? Which that's not true. Spiritual demon Satan is actually a son of the Most High on the left side, doing the bidding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which he moved people for the things on the earth. So let's get this account, because the Most High is the author and controller of everything on the face of the earth. That's why he is. This is John 13, and I'm going to start at verse hold on, so like yeah, I had it here. 20 to the point. It says 27. It says, and after the sop, Satan entered into him. All right, to the 26. It says, Yahushua answered, it is basically who won't betray him, to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. And after the sop, Satan entered into him. Then said Yahushua, that's his true name, unto him, that thou doest, do quickly. In other words, go and go basically betray me. So Satan entered into Judas to basically fulfill the prophecy or the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to actually what? Betray Yahushai. So yeah, Satan entered into him to actually do it. And who is controlling Satan? The Most High. Just as in well, two things. I'm not exactly sure where these are. First Samuel 24. Let me see if you can get it this way. Number. Second. Alright, there it is. So there's a two account and explain how the Most High do it, and I'm going to get another one as well. So this is 2 Samuel chapter 24 verse 1. It says, and again the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them, say, go number Israel and Judah. It says, the Lord did that, right? But watch here now. It says Chronicles 21 verse 1. It says, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. Now, so me say, oh, this must be a contradiction. You see me? No. Because this is how things happen in the spiritual realm. Where in the Most High upon him throne, giving actual counsels or basically decrees. And it's basically being manifest or being executed upon the earth. All right, so 22. About 17. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. I'm going to start 19. So this is First Kings chapter 22 and start 19. It says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him, on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, who shall pursue Ahab, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit, and stood before the Lord, and said, I'll pursue him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him, and prevailed also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore behold, the Lord had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord had spoken evil concerning thee. So that's how the Most High will do it, right? In basically make what? Spirits upon the earth, right? Manifesting his will, right? Doing whatever the Most High will basically get done. Right? Clearly in 23 it says, "Now therefore behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord had spoken evil concerning thee." So you may see spirits manifesting things upon the face of the earth, but they are actually working on behalf of the eternal power, Yahweh. So that's why Satan could enter into Judas, if he actually get the will of the Most High being brought to pass, which is prophecy. All right. Let's get this. Ecclesiasticus, or some say Sirach, 18, start at 1. It says, "He that liveth forever had created all things in general." Think of what? Isaiah, mistaken, 54 and 54. Oh, 7. Isaiah 54 and Isaiah 45 verse 7. It says, instead of 5 though, it says, "I am the Lord and there is none else. There is no God beside me." So no Trinity. "I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord," which his true name is Yahweh, "and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." So the Most High Yahweh make evil. And I tell you why, him create the evil. Proverbs 16, verse 4. Here, highlight it. Isaiah 16, verse 4. "The Lord had made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." So even the wicked man, the Most High create him, and the evil spirit, the Most High create for a purpose, for the day of evil, so that his will can be executed. Back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 1. "He that liveth forever had created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will." Every spirit upon the face of the earth obey his will, no matter not rebel. You think you rebel. It says, "For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane." So the Most High said, these are the spirits that move for the good. These are the spirits that move for the what we call evil, manifesting upon the face of the earth. Right? Let's get two things more. Two other precept that came to mind real quick. Ecclesiasticus 39 and no, I think 38 actually. 38 and oh no, more search here. 39, 28, 1, I think got 30. Alright, so this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance." Right? Highlighting it. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury they lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. When need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So the Most High created these spirits throughout what complete his will upon the face of the earth. Everything manifests. The Most High sits down upon his throne, and him issue the command. And spirits there are on earth basically complete it. So we find even the same situation um to Judas, same thing happened to David, where Satan basically provoke him or basically going to him and influence him to complete what number in Israel. That's just it. Right? We're going to show you say Satan never get kicked out and never come to Christian, doctrine as well. We can go to Job 1 and start at verse 6. It says, Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So what will take place? The sons of God come to present themselves before the Lord. You know who did it to as a son? And Satan came also among them. Verse 7, And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? And the Lord Moses said, Where you come from? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So I come from the earth, and I do some business. And the Lord said unto Satan, As thou consider my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. You know who's the under the Most High? So basically, Satan said, I'm going to brush him, man. I'm just touch him and see what go on. She said, yeah, that man, I'll hold it. Guys, I bet. Psalms 19 or 17? 17, I think. Psalm 17 and start 13, main point 14. It says, Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. So here, men is being described as under the Most High, because guess what? The Most High control everybody. So if a man come and beard you, guess who did it? Yeah, how about Shemi Shine? Just use a man for do it. So Satan will say, oh, me brush him. You give me your authority. As you can see, even here back to Job 1, you see that the title, Satan allowed to test Job. So Most High give the command. So Satan are going to do your thing. Job 1, now verse 12, it says, And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he had is in thy power, only upon himself, put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. You know, Satan started kill whatever things in him, in family, his in herds and so forth. So Satan got authority from the Most High to kill. Right? And there was another day now when Satan get permission to be a skelly. Brush Job now, but no kill him. You see me? So Satan take orders from the Most High. And that's clear and to the point from the Bible. If you can't get it, then maybe it's just not for you. Romans 9 and start at 11. Because this was brought up as well, that the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. Yeah, Pharaoh never have a choice in the matter. This is Romans 9 and verse 11. It says, "For the children being not yet born," referring to Jacob and Esau. So before them born, neither having done any good or evil. So before even Esau, the wicked could even complete any wicked acts upon the face of the earth, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that called it. So before anybody could do nothing upon the face of the earth, the Most High appoint you upon the earth what you're going to do. If you're going to wickedness, and him punish you. If you're going to good, and him reward you. All things come from the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He is the creator and the orchestra of everything that manifests upon the face of the earth. He is. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Most High make Esau hate him, and he make Jacob for love him. It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. So how if you make one for the wickedness and then punish him for the wickedness? How if you just love one before him even do nothing, and hate one before him even do nothing? It says, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I'll have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So the Most I rate who he want rate, and hate who he want hate. Most I big up who he want big up, and put down who he want put down. If you have a problem with it, do something about it. Which I can't about it really, you know. But it's showing the power of the Most High. You're making a movie, we always give it an example. You're making a movie, you're the director, you choose your cast. More and this man be the villain, more and this man be the hero. You're playing with even toys. You see me? You want one man be the good guy, one man be the bad guy. You choose what you want to do with what is yours, what you have created, what is in your power. It's the same thing with the Most High, yo. Spirits manifesting upon the face of the earth to do things. When we go to the spiritual realm, as Job said, everybody at rest. So we are on earth acting out, basically, the will of the Most High. When we go to the spiritual realm, different bodies, different mindset. It says, reading back 15, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I'll have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Most High make Pharaoh, if you bring him up, raise him up, become a powerful man, and just boom, take him down. Just to be an example. Therefore, had he mercy on whom he'll have mercy, and whom he will, he hardeneth. You might didn't mind of fear. For thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? That the man say, oh, that for fear. For who had resisted his will? If nobody not resist him, what they might do, everybody do everything where the Most High want what we do, then why will I get punished? Why am I find fault? Why am I see wrong? It says, nay, but, O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall not the thing formed it says, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Who is you for, reply to the Most High, like, why you have me do? No, shut the fuck up. Says, are not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? So if you have, like for example, we used to use dough in school. If you want to form one dough for make one circle, and you want to form one dough for make a clay, and you want to use one dough flinging at the wall, but nobody can stop you. You are the creator in that sense. Same as the Most High, he's the orchestrator for life. He might point things. You can't reply against him. Reading back 21, it says, had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? But if Yahweh, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endured much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. So if the Most High create a vessel where man show, this is why when we hate something, this is how my hunger manifests, which that's the white man. So-called white man. Verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory and the vessels of mercy which he had afore prepared unto glory, which is the Israelites. Not them going to over there in the land now. so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos. We are the nation where the most I gonna use for sure is the love. When him like something, this is what him do. And as the scripture say, what this is all balance is basically executed on the face of the earth here. You can't have light if you never have darkness. You can't have up if you never have down. You have to have the duality. You know, what's that? Sirach can get it in 43, I think. Why not? Give me a quick second. A few. And this is solid as well, yo. Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 39, verse 33 says, all the works of the Lord are good. That's why when it was created, it said, all is good. Everything is good. Because guess what? It is perfect. Right? In regards to the operations of all things, you have negative. In order if you have positive, you have a negative charge. It's about you not work. You know, it says, all these work, all the works of the Lord are good, and he will give everything, he will give every needful thing in due season, so that a man cannot say, this is worse than that, for in time they shall all be well approved. Which was not necessarily what I wanted. 36. I just didn't forget one on 33. There was another one though. Alright, 33. Alright, this is Ecclesiasticus 33 verse 14. It says, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High. So it's the work of the Most High. And they are two and two, one against another. And that's it, yeah. The Most High created the sinner, him created the godly, him created the wicked, him created the good. And that's how things manifest, yo. So that's it. You know, hope it is edifying to you like out there, giving our praise to Apoya, how about Shem Shai, Boshem Kakadash, the wonders and to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the full like Shalom.